This is quite a significant moment in history, because believe me, these weren't cheap. Right fellas, welcome back. I hope everyone had a great Christmas, whatever part of the country you was in. If you was in kind of the south area, I don't think it might have been a bit tricky being in tier 4, but I suppose it's just the way it is this year, unfortunately. Anyway, I've got some more bits for the Cooper S. Now, I've got some new why do I keep calling it a bonnet? Some new boot cables, so I added up 2 of those because the other ones looked a little bit ropey and have seen better days, so I decided to buy two new ones of those. They're really cheap, and I just thought for what it's worth I might as well do it. The rear view mirror in this car as well is a genuine Lucas one, but it's not correct for this car. It's quite a popular mod for kind of like the cafe racer Coopers that people do, and that's obviously why it's been put on in the first place. So that's coming off. So I bought a new one from Mini Spares, exactly how it should be. I couldn't find a new old stock one, so what I'm trying to do with this car is that if I can find anything that's new old stock, I'm going to buy it. But there's just certain things that are new old stock, but you put it on the car and it just wouldn't look right, so I'd sooner kind of go for new. So where I can buy genuine new old stock stuff, I'm going to buy it, but where I have to buy new, I'm going to have to buy new, unfortunately. Which leads me on to the next purchase. So on the car as well, those windscreen wipers ain't the correct ones for a Cooper S. I messaged the lad who I bought it off Alistair. I think he said the Trico or something. I can't quite remember the name off the top of my head. Anyway, I had a look and see which windscreen wipers I needed, and apparently they're just kind of a standard Mark 1 wiper blade. So I went on eBay and I managed to find some new old stock Lucas wiper arms. Now, believe it or not, these haven't been out of the packet since the 9th of September 71, which is just absolutely mad. I mean, that wiper arm has been in this box longer than I've been alive, which is just absolutely insane. So I got obviously 2 of those. The one thing I didn't get new old stock was the actual wiper blades themselves. 2 reasons for that. One, there was none for sale, and secondly, if you're fitting 50-year-old rubber to a car or 49-year-old rubber to a car, it's not going to be the best of ideas. So I ended up buying new ones of those. What else have I got? I'm still waiting for my registration plate bracket to be powder coated. I've not had a chance to take to the powder coaters yet, but oh yeah, that's it. I bought something else. Oh, I bought a millboard liner for the boot lid as well, so I'm going to get that fitted up. So right, well, I've less talk this time, more action, and let's start getting some bits on the car, because it's really starting to take shape now, and I'm super excited. I have been looking around the car as well over the past couple of days, trying to find more jobs to do. So I had a look under the bonnet, and there's plenty of stuff I want to get done underneath there in terms of like brake lines, tidying a few bits up, and polishing a bit of brass work that is on the carburetors as well. So there's going to be loads of stuff I need to do on that as well, along with the van. I spent a good couple of days in here just having a look around and seeing what I need to do, and I've got tons of jobs which I didn't really knew I had, so which is good. It'll keep me busy, and it'll keep obviously me being able to put content out there for you guys to obviously see what I'm up to. So right, I think the first job is let's get this rear view mirror fitted and see what it looks like. It doesn't look as good as the one in there. I'll be the first to admit that, but as I've said before, when you look at this car from the outside, I want it to look original. Only when you pop the bonnet and then you look underneath it, are you going to see the suspension and the H4 carbs, and everything else is going to be standard. may or may not keep the rose petals. I'm really undecided because the way the car is now, I absolutely love it. I really do like it the way it is. But I think what I'll probably end up doing is getting the wheels refurbished and then putting them on the car. And then if I don't like them, I'll just stick them on a shelf in the other garage and forget about them. And then at least I've always got the correct wheels for this car. So, right, let's get this shoved on anyway and crack on with the other bits. Right fellas, so I've just had to take that rear view mirror off. Now when it comes with obviously the section which screws to the above the windscreen, and then it also comes with a little clip there which is used to retain it onto the back of the actual mirror itself. Now that one will click over like that, but this one, the cover plate, won't go over. Now I've just double checked in the restoration book, and I've actually seen that that cover plate is actually in use, so that actually needs to go on. So as you can see on that photo, there's a picture of a car with it on, but I just can't get that to click in. I don't know if anyone else has got a Mark 1 with this rear view mirror. If you've had the same problem, I'd be interested to hear from you. But let me have a mess around with this, and I'll let you know how I get on. Right boys, so that is now on. You will not believe, I've just been fighting with that for like half an hour trying to get it on, pushing it with my fingers. I haven't got enough strength to actually push it up. So if in doubt, get your hammer out. So basically what I did was I just got the piece of wood underneath there like this. Hang on. I moved that there like that out the way. Got that piece of wood right on the bit of it, and I just tapped it with the hammer. It was just enough just to flick it on. Yeah, really didn't want to end up going to that resort, but there was absolutely no way on this planet Earth I had enough force to do it with my fingers. But anyway, it's on. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. So yeah, as you can see, it's on. Yeah, that was an absolute nightmare. But yeah, a little piece of wood underneath, tap it with a lump hammer, job done. But yeah, it doesn't look anywhere near as good as this one that I took off. So as you can see on the back there, Lucas, made in England. I'm not going to sell that, I'm going to keep it. What I'll probably do is see how the edges have gone a little bit rubbish there as well, aren't they? So what I'll do is I'll probably polish that up, because those fetch pretty hefty money on eBay. But yeah, I'm going to keep hold of that. But yeah, doesn't look as good, but it's original, it's how it should be, so it's good for me. Right, let's do something else. I tell you what, I didn't like it from inside the car. but from the outside, I actually think it looks pretty good. It looks a lot cleaner. So, yeah, absolute result. Right, I think I'm going to do these windscreen wipers next. Do you know what's hard to believe? That these haven't been out of this packet for like 50 years. That is mad. So, I'm going to actually open them on camera because this is quite a significant moment in history. They might even smell like 1971. These are literally fully sealed. Never even took them out of the pack. See there. So let's see how good they are. Because believe me, these weren't cheap. Smell like 1971. Tell you what, they'll clean up really well with the polish. It's even got in it, made in England, and all the numbers on the inside of it. I'll have to check the ones that I put on the van and see if they're the same, because I put aftermarkets on the van. So that's another reason why I want to do something a little bit different with the Cooper S, because when I did the van, I just bought everything new because the originality was gone with that van because the engine's missing. Obviously it's got a 1275 in it. So buying new stuff didn't bother me because I wasn't bothered about it being, you know, as original as possible. I wanted it to look like a van, but obviously be a little bit better. Hopefully this one's the same. This one's 8 months older than the one I've just opened. Yeah, not bad, exactly the same. Yeah, just need a little polish up them. So once I've fitted into the car, I'll whiz over them with a bit of metal polish, and they should clean up real nice. Wicked. Right, let's. I'm gonna start wetting myself over a set of wiper arm blades. You can tell small things amuse me in life. Right, stick them on now. I tell you what, they look so good. As you can see, that's all. So obviously the top half of them is brand new, and then the bottom section of them is his new old stock. But it just looks a lot cleaner. Whereas them old ones, I'll show you the old ones now. They just seemed a little bit like they almost seemed like there was too much going on. So yeah, I'm really happy with them. So I'm going to be giving them back to Alistair, the chap who I bought the car off. I put a post on Facebook asking what they were, and were they originally. Anyway, it turns out obviously it wasn't. And he was like, I'll buy them back off you. I was like, don't worry mate, you can have them, because he's sorting me out with some other bits which I'll be getting in a few weeks time. But yeah, that is another job ticked off the list. Let's have a stand back now and have a quick look. Oh, that was my tripod. Yeah, God, I love this car so much. Right, it is time for the millboard liner. Right fellas, it's now the next day. I looked at my watch the other night and it was 12:10 and I was like, I should probably go to bed. I really struggle with getting to bed of an evening. I just can't sleep. So yeah, it gets to that point where I'm like, yeah, it's 12:10. I really need to like try and wind down a little bit, because if I'm in here messing around at gone 12 o'clock, I'll be here till God knows when. Anyway, so that's obviously the windscreen wipers done, rear view mirror done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the millboard liner. Now, the reason I left it off the boot lid initially was because in the restoration book it said that it was fixed with 17 screws and cut washers. I mentioned it in a video a few weeks back. So I've picked my piece of millboard up from Newton Commercials, and it already has 17 holes in it, pre-cut out, ready to go. So the only thing that I need to do now is obviously drill that boot lid. So obviously the reason I didn't drill it before was because I didn't know what the crack was with that. I probably should have been a little bit more organised and ordered it prior to me doing everything, but never mind. Anyway, regardless of that, whether I'd have pre-drilled it or not, as soon as you put a screw through that hole, you're going to take the paint off anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-fit it all tonight, and then once my rust kind of inhibitor arrives, I'm going to take it back off, fit the light and the number plate bracket, and then fix it all back together to make sure that it's going to be wax oil well within the threads of them screws as well, so it's not going to rust. So to pre-drill it, I'm not going to get a normal drill with a normal drill bit on and just go straight through. The reason for that is when that drill bit goes through the boot, trying to obviously control that drill once it pierces through the actual boot skin. I don't want it to touch the other side. So what I've done is I've got some self-tapping screws, and they've actually got on the end a drill bit on. So basically, as that drill bit drills through the metal, you're not going to fly through the boot skin and then hit the other side and potentially put a little dint on the outside of the boot lid, or chip the paint, because obviously the threads will stop it firing through. And obviously once I've done that, I can take that screw back out, and then I can use the normal screws to fix the boot lid in place. The screws that come with the boot lid kit from Newton Commercials is you've got obviously the cup washers, and then you've got a screw which goes through. What I have done is I've got some new screws, because the screws that come supplied with the kit from Newton Commercials, the actual cup washer is stainless, but the screw isn't. So what I've done is I've got some stainless screws, so once that's all fitted in place, it'll all look really nice, and obviously the stainless screws will look a little bit better as well, and they won't kind of go oxidised and stuff once it's in there. So right, I'm going to get that boot board on now, and I'm going to also fit my what's it called, boot cables to stop that, to neaten that up. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with that, and then I'm sure I'll probably find something else to do. So I'm going to finish my coffee, because it's freezing in here tonight. I know I always moan that it's freezing cold in this garage. One day if I do win the Euro Millions and I become a millionaire, I will treat myself to a nice heated garage, but until then I'll have to just crack on with it. So right, let's get busy.
Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. So
So that's it. The last final job's done on the Cooper S, and this is the last video of 2020. It's currently Christmas Eve, so I decided to sneak out here for a couple of hours, get a few jobs done, and I can get this video up for Sunday. And then I've done a video every single week in December, like I said I was going to do right at the start. Next year for uploads will be every other week. I can't do every week, especially working and stuff, and I've got a lot going on next year as well, which isn't mini related, so I need to focus my attentions on stuff I want to get done next year, because I've set myself a target with stuff I want to achieve, and then fingers crossed, if I achieve what I need to do, I may be able to get another Mini, which is that's on the agenda every single year. Now, I've bought a Mini every single year for the last 4 years. So I bought one in 2017, which was my first one. So March 2017, February 2018, January 2019, and then June 2020. So it's become a bit of a tradition for me to buy a new one every year. So I hope I can keep that 5 years running, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great year as well next year, and hopefully it's better for everyone than it has been this year. And let me know what your plans are for 2021, whether it be you're restoring a Mini or you're looking to buy a Mini, anything like that. I have got quite a few videos planned as well for next year, which should be cool. So yeah, I'm excited to see what next year's got in store, and hopefully it can be better than 2020. I'm super positive if COVID's not here, it will be better than 2020. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great year next year, and I shall see you in the new year with another video of some description. I don't know what it is yet. I've got plenty of jobs that I need to be cracking on with. But as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and like I say, if you have got any questions, do get in the comment section, and I shall see you next year with another video. Take care, guys, all the best.